as much as people often think like one OnlyFans account is the same as the other, conversion rates vary drastically between one OnlyFans account and another. It's like you asking if we push like 1,000 visitors to one e-commerce store and then 1,000 visitors to another e-commerce store. There are so many different variables in play. What are they actually selling? They're both selling different products. What is the girl actually open to doing? How much customer requests is she willing to fulfill? What is the pricing structure? How many posts does she actually have? It's going to have a massive impact on the conversion rate. So I think people often just look over these quite important factors within, just asking for like an exact number. And it's really quite hard to give because there's going to be like so many different variables in play. The only kind of thing to say is that Tinder is going to drive much lower volumes of traffic compared to like some of the other like marketing channels such as like Instagram, TikTok and Reddit, and like definitely much lower volumes than Twitter. However, the quality is much, much higher, which is what I really love about Tinder traffic. Because on all of the other platforms, it's a bit harder to do like location targeting, but in Tinder we can literally just modify the GPS location on the mobile device, and we can position ourselves to be in New York, to be in San Francisco, to be in LA, or like wherever we want, and we're instantly putting ourselves in front of an audience of people that have money. So that makes for a much higher quality audience. But just in general as well, I do think that the traffic that comes from Tinder is it's much lower volume compared to these other platforms, but the conversion rate is so much higher, and the average order value that we're able to extract out of a Tinder customer compared to like pretty much any other platform, even compared to other dating sites as well. For example, we do like a ton of marketing on Bumble. The conversion rate and as well as the average order value from a Bumble subscriber does not even come close to that of Tinder, which is why I do love Tinder as an acquisition channel for OnlyFans. But it does come with its own set of negatives, being that it is a pain in the ass to get accounts active. So all of our accounts, by the way, we're like expecting them to get restricted at some point or another. Like we do our best to keep them, to make sure that they don't get restricted, but they're quite easy and cheap for us to set up again. So we will do 100 swipes per day, which is like the limit on a free Tinder account, and it will get banned in between 7 days to 2 weeks, but we're completely fine with that, and we just accept that it's part of the process. And the other benefit as well is when you create a new account on Tinder, they actually get like an initial boost where they'll get like a ton of matches. So it does actually make quite good sense to refresh your Tinder accounts every now and then. Perhaps some of you have seen it as well on like your personal Tinder profiles, where after you've had an account for a certain amount of time, it starts to stagnate a little bit and you don't get the type of initial matches that you were when you first signed up for Tinder. But yeah, the negative of Tinder is that it just takes a long time to figure out. There's a lot of traps, we can say, put in by Tinder specifically to check people, to try to make sure that people aren't promoting OnlyFans or aren't trying to promote a cam website or so on. So you have to be quite careful when navigating Tinder as a platform, and you need to understand where the like detection systems are, and it's taken a lot of testing, but we've got pretty good at it. Like I said, we still have accounts banned all the time. We still have accounts as well that don't come active, but we have created thousands of Tinder accounts now. We have a pretty solid understanding of how to navigate the platform, but the effort that you need to go through to order to actually get it to work is probably like the biggest negative of Tinder as a platform. But the quality of the traffic makes it worthwhile at the end of the day. And the other question that we get is, do we use Tinder Gold? And personally, I don't.